You know what I regret? The beginning of 2018. Why? Because I didn't go to court. Me not going to court didn't help my situation. Me not going to court left me overthinking and left me blindsided, left me heartbroken and all that other shit. Not going to court didn't help because I couldn't see my own case. Like from the outside, I was looking in. From the inside, I was looking in. But as far as everyone else that was involved in my case, I didn't know what they looked like, who they were, what they sounded like, how they was handling my shit. I just know what the fuck they printed. Because I was able to, 2 years later, I was able to get a transcript of everything that was going on. But during that time, I was overthinking, I was confused, I was scared. I knew that me not going to court um was gonna end up letting the other party have custody, right? And this is just random. Um and at the time, ain't no girlfriend, ain't no best friend, ain't no neighbor that I was venting to about my situation. Just the people in my household. And today I could giggle, I could laugh at my own situation because I couldn't believe how scared I was to go to court. Like 1 minute, my brain is telling me, yeah, I need to go to court because I was tired of the bullshit my kid's father had me on. And then two, it was like I couldn't face it. It was like I was stuck. Like I just couldn't face it. I didn't know what they were gonna throw at me. I didn't know what. It just seemed like court is just so I don't know, and it kind of scared me, and I ended up not going. But after I got my shit together, and after I was like bold and all this fearless bullshit, I went to court. When I went to court, it was during coronavirus, so everything was slow, everything was closed, all this extra shit. I didn't think court would be closed. I just thought that, it would be less people or whatever, but they ended up being closed unless you had a case going on. They gave me some paperwork. I ended up having to fill out petitions and shit online and all this bullshit. And then that shit took months for me to have a case. But when I went into the court, like I knew of the court, but when I went into the court, it's like, oh, this is what the fuck I was scared of. I couldn't believe it. That built my confidence in me going to court. Because it's like I was scared of something that I didn't see. I was scared of something, someplace where I'd never been. Like I was a friend to some bitch who had her man have a case in criminal court, and I tagged along, but I was pregnant then. It wasn't my case, so it's different. It's like I'll tag along with you if you want me to, but my own case I was scared of. And that's just crazy because it's like once you're there, it's like, oh, okay, it's not a big deal. I'm not an old criminal, so it's like I don't have shit to hide. Why the fuck was I scared? My kids was younger. I was younger. I didn't have no educational background currently during that time. That's another thing. Don't stay low. Don't stay down. Pick yourself up. If no one else is helping you, if no one else is rooting for you, you do that shit yourself. I was really low. Like, I couldn't believe my relationship with my kid's father. I couldn't believe how he was treating me. I couldn't believe how he was treating me like some random bitch. I couldn't believe how he was treating me like some crusty customer or some shit. Like, I just couldn't believe what the fuck I was going through. I couldn't believe that there was a possibility my kids wasn't passing. I couldn't believe everything looked like it was my fault. Like, it was like a ugly ass time for me. When I think about other shit, because after a while I was actually grateful for that experience because it built me, it helped me, I grew from it and all this extra shit. But when I realized what kind of individuals are working in the court, like, are they really professional, or are they just as ratchet? Because, like I mentioned in the other video with that ex of mine, he too had a court case, and something related with his son or whatever the case was. And it's like, that's ironic, because if you look at my one of my other videos I mentioned, and I'm talking about my sister, she mentioned to me about one of her sisters having a case too. So it's like, what is going on? What was going on during these years where people got to go to court because of their kids and shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't want to be related to y'all. I don't want to, like, I don't want my situation related to y'all at all. We don't have ties like that. Like, as far as my sister, she was not really in my kid's life like that. She was barely in mine. Like, I just met the bitch, and it's like, ew. And then with my ex, I don't want no ties with you just because I know about your son. You don't know my kids. Like, I don't want that shit in the air. But it happens. And I just find it funny how, like, when I think about shit and I overhear shit pop up in my head and shit, and it's like, if only things were different. If only certain friends that I had when I was younger were still friends as I was getting older. If certain relationships were still current or were still existent, shit would have been different. So I'm not too open hearted or open minded to friends pulling back in, or friends trying to get my attention and shit like that. Because what I'll do is, if you pop up in my head, I'll make a video about you. But that's about it. I don't want nothing to do with you. And then it's like people trying to fix me because I became antisocial and all this bullshit. My kids are lucky. They some spoiled motherfuckers, but they lucky. And I hope that as they make friends, as they get older, they know who their friends are. I hope they don't have no randoms up in their crib, up in their, wherever they are. That sounds bad. I know where they're at, but like where they're at, they gotta be mindful of whose crib that is. And don't be like me trying to be too friendly. I used to be too friendly. Today I'm like, nah, nah, mm-mm, never again. With a lot of you bitches and a lot of you hoes, never again. I was a very naive, sweet little girl. And a lot of y'all bitches, y'all kill me with the shit. Y'all really do. A lot of y'all pretty bitches, don't fuck up. Please don't. Please don't fuck up. Stop dating these black motherfuckers. It's disgusting. A lot of you bitches, yeah, a lot of you pretty bitches, y'all claim y'all used to be straight, but a lot of you bitches, I peep when y'all thinking about me. Y'all need to stop that. I don't want none of you. None of you. And you know why? Because I'm disgusted with the niggas y'all used to fuck with. It's disgusting. And hey, bitches can say the same thing about me. But at least I'm real about mine. I'm honest about mine. And people will call me crazy because I'm having another one. And I don't need you judging me without knowing me. That's just retarded. Like, that's just what people do. But as far as someone that knew me, or someone trying to get to know me, don't judge me just off what you done heard. Actually ask me. Actually try to do your research or some shit. Do some new shit. Like, what is going on? Since I was younger, I used to like to fuck with older motherfuckers. Because when I was younger and naive, I thought that older motherfuckers were mature, smart. I just thought they were an advantage. When I realized that they can be a disadvantage, I'm like, yo, I'm done with people. I'm done with people. That's why on my Snapchat before, I used to always have that little alien because I feel like this associated from humans. Like, the internet make more sense than some of you motherfuckers, and it's like that's where I'll be sometimes scrolling and liking and all this extra shit, and then people think there's something wrong with me. Friendships died a long time ago when we split schools. Like when you're in school with your friends and shit, and then the end of the year you realize you're going to a different school or a different class. Shit dies then. Like, that's just the kind of friend I was. Like, I used to be real clingy. Like, if you was my friend, if I hung out with you every day, and then we break up like that, there's no control. Like, it is what it is, and I had to adjust to that. And as I got older, it got worse because it's like now I don't give a fuck, if that makes sense. But people think that I gotta switch because I got kids. Why? They about to go through the same thing. They about to realize shit on their own. I'm about to be annoyed because they about to think fulana de tal or so and so is my best friend. And it's like, oh my God, okay, that's your classmate. So it's just like some annoying shit that I just gotta get used to. Even my baby daddy now, he's like concerned because he noticed I be alone. I don't fuck with nobody. I be dolo. If you know that, stop acting up. Stop acting up. Stop trying to distance yourself by doing dumb shit. That's overrated too. Because like I mentioned in my other video, I'm the one that gotta go through it, not you. Not you. And as far as those public defenders and these attorneys that pretend that they got your back and they trying to look out for you, don't ruin people. Don't. If you feel like you can't work a case, leave the case. Let someone that really gives a fuck deal with the case. That goes for judges too. Don't talk just to talk. Don't send commands just to send commands because you're your robe and your position. Really give a fuck about the case or move it along. Like, I'm so annoyed by motherfuckers that call themselves professionals. And it's like, don't give me a hard time when you're trying to research me and background check me. Because you clearly can see where I'm coming from. You clearly can see what I've been through. And you clearly can give me credit. You just don't want to. That's how I feel. My semester's about to be over. I'm about to get some new classes and I'm over it. Over it. Like, I'm over this portion of the spring semester. I got court next month. I'm about to hear how much I gotta pay this man because of his kids. And I gotta find me a lawyer still. Try to see how much of my pain and suffering I can get back. Little shit like that. But I also realized, like, other than that, I don't have problems with my kid's father. So it's like new motherfuckers, they just would be so surprised that I don't got shit to say. I don't got shit to say about the situation other than it is what it is. I'm done crying. I'm done being sad. I'm done being clueless. Like I'm done that phase of my life. When he gets mature, because he swear he's mature, but when he becomes mature and updates his kid's mother, like his son's mother, because now I can say I could differentiate the shit. His son's mother, his son's mother, because it's two. Then maybe in the future we can have a better relationship, non-sexual relationship, right? Cordial and all that shit. Until then, it is what it is. Until then, I don't want nothing to do with his family. I don't want nothing. I'm just, and honestly, I haven't seen my kids because I don't want my shit supervised. Like I gotta fix that. It's taking me too long, but it's like it is what it is. um, and I'm just annoyed at the situation. Like court low key be trying to punish me because I initially didn't go, but it's like you know what I want. You know what I've been asking for. I want time with my kids, like summertime and shit like that. Um, it's a drag going to New York. It takes like about 4 hours or some shit. And it's like, ugh, you know. Excuse me. But yeah, that's just some random venting after those couple of videos from earlier. My next videos are gonna be about incest, um, ex-friends. I made a list, but I forgot. Incest, like incest relationships, ex-girlfriends, ex-friends, which I kind of summed up in this video. And I don't know, I gotta think of some other shit. But the good girls, like good girls, where are they now?